Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at noon.
New for you at noon, online threats are surfacing against people connected to the Dakota Access Pipeline in western North Dakota. Hi, everyone, and thanks for joining us. I'm Kyle Bosch. The website Anonymous Agents is on YouTube calling for people to, quote, strike hard against those hurting and trying to quiet protesters. The site mentions law enforcement, the National Guard, the governor of North Dakota, President Obama, and the people working on the pipeline. It also claims to have made public the home addresses of billionaire Kelsey Warren, whose company is building the pipeline. The Morton County Sheriff's Office tells Valley News Live that they are aware of the threats and that some officers have taken to removing their name tags because of fear of retaliation. People are protesting the pipeline because they say it could harm water sources and sacred burial grounds. Also new for you at noon, a man is in jail and another is hurt after Grand Forks police say a driver crashed into a city dumpster early this morning. Police say 26-year-old Cole Jerome of Grand Forks crashed into a roll-off container on the city's south side around 2 a.m. He was arrested for DUI. His passenger, 31-year-old Peter Basting, also of Grand Forks, had to be taken to the hospital. Now, police are asking anyone who may have witnessed the crash to give them a call at 787-8000. Well, we're watching a developing story out of Minnesota today where a law that makes sexting a child a felony might be going too far. Right now, someone over the age of 18 who uses the phone or internet to talk about or describe sex with a minor could be found guilty of a felony. But the Minnesota Court of Appeals has ruled that that violates free speech, and the law will be thrown out if that decision is upheld by the state Supreme Court. And we did talk with the local attorney who says that even if the law is thrown out, authorities will still be able to punish criminals who try to engage in sexual acts with kids. People in Valley City are picking a new mayor during a special election today. 3 candidates are running to fill the remaining 2-year term of former Mayor Bob Werkhoven. The polls are open until 7 p.m. at the Valley City Commission chambers. Well, in our election 2016 coverage, Hillary Clinton returns to the campaign trail today for the first time since her pneumonia-related health episode on 9/11. Her first stop is in North Carolina, while GOP rival Donald Trump is headed to New York. Craig Boswell has the latest on the race for the White House.
Hillary Clinton returns to the campaign trail today with a rally in Greensboro, North Carolina. It's the Democratic nominee's first appearance after a 3-day rest from pneumonia.
I'm really glad that I did finally follow my doctor's orders and take some days to rest instead of just trying to keep powering through, which I think is a common experience for people.
The latest CBS News poll shows Clinton with just a 2-point lead over Donald Trump in a 4-way race with third-party candidates. She still has a big advantage among women, 13 points, and an 83-point advantage among black voters, while Trump leads by 11 points among men and white voters. Trump is talking about his own health today on a syndicated health talk show, and his campaign made public a 1-page summary. The paper offers some information about Trump's physical condition. And what appears to be a swipe at Clinton's pneumonia-induced break, the campaign said that the records show Mr. Trump is in excellent health and has the stamina to endure, uninterrupted, the rigors of a punishing and unprecedented presidential campaign. Last night in Ohio, the Republican nominee questioned his rival's stamina.
In this beautiful room that's 122 degrees, do you think Hillary would be able to stand up here for an hour and do this?
Trump speaks today in New York and New Hampshire. Craig Boswell, CBS News, the White House.
Now, Clinton says her campaign will release more of her health information in the coming days. All right, time to get a first check of our weather at noon, and we turn it over to meteorologist Lisa Green, who's still keeping an eye on the chances for some rain later today. Lisa?
Yeah, it's still looking a little bit gray out there, and it will likely be mostly cloudy throughout the day, whether you get rain or not. And right now, it looks a little less likely for some of us. We have chances for rain still coming up in the forecast, but we're kind of in that spot we were talking about earlier this morning where there's a bit of a break between heavier rains going on, one in western and central North Dakota and then some bigger storms in southern parts of Minnesota. However, there are some scattered thunder showers and showers trying to work their way into the valley. First in the southern valley, we're looking at some heavier rain just now approaching the Wahpeton-Breckenridge area. We'll put that into motion. It's lifting from south to north, so you're about to see that heavy rain move in any moment. Same thing for Fergus Falls. So there's some rain still pushing through, and then over by Carrington, you've been getting a little bit of rain there as well. Temperatures in the 60s, getting close to 70 already in Fargo, and expect to see a high of 72 degrees with chances for some rain and thunder showers off and on throughout the day and into the evening. More on that coming up in just a few minutes.
We will see you then, Lisa. Thank you very much. Firefighters are trying to pinpoint the cause of a garage fire in South Fargo. It happened around 7 last night at the Southgate Apartments. Crews found a fire in one garage stall and in the grass behind the row of garages. An Ohio woman is going to prison for 3 years after Minot police found her with more than 1,200 prescription pills. 52-year-old Della Davis pleaded guilty to possession of a controlled substance with intent to deliver. Police found the painkillers and sedatives during a traffic stop. Well, you'll want to take a look at the I-35W bridge if you're in the Twin Cities over the next few weeks. It'll be lit up at night in honor of Jacob Wetterling. The bridge will glow blue for 11 days. It starts today and goes through September 25th, the night of Jacob's memorial service. The color represents child abuse prevention. Now, the Wetterling family and Jacob Wetterling Resource Center are also asking all Minnesotans and others to honor Jacob's memory by wearing the number 11. That's the jersey number he wore in sports. Well, many people make their home buying pick based on location. But there are some folks in West Fargo who are worried that that strategy is about to backfire. People living in the Wilds development, which is west of Cheyenne Street and south of 40th Avenue, are upset after finding out a large apartment complex is being planned behind their homes. It's something many of them say they never figured would have happened.
Part of the reason we chose where we live was the tranquility and just the being separated from a lot of the other community, I guess, if you can think of it that way.
Now, if the city does give the go-ahead for that apartment complex, there is no word yet on when exactly it would be built.